I've probably planted cover crops now for coming up maybe 3 years. There's multiple benefits throughout any orchard. There's multiple reasons why you'd choose it. But for us here is basically having a cover, being on a sloping terrain like we are here with a massive hill behind us. We get a lot of rainfall. When that rainfall comes, it comes down here like rivers. And if you've got fert there, any bare soil, that all ends up at the headland or the neighbour's property. So we needed to hold up what we had in this orchard to keep it there. Was probably the number one priority to put cover crops in. Since we've started using it, you see more visual benefits with it. Insect life, bacteria, all those predatory insects coming in. You have to get used to it looking a little bit untidy. And so we literally will mow after our winter pruning. We'll sow the cover crop around early September, and this will not get touched by a mower or anything until around mid-January is our first mow. So the idea is to let all this go to seed, all that seed die off and fall naturally back into the soil. If we mow as high as possible. So whatever you've got, you just put it on the highest run. And we might mow maybe once. That'll probably be it until picking, once or twice maybe. Basically just try and keep it there as long as you can. It can fade out as you get into the later months when you've got full canopy and the light's really, really low. But yeah, basically far less machinery in here. As far as sprayers and everyone else coming in here, they just drive over it. So that's why you don't necessarily need a mower, because you spray all your spray applications. The sprayer will go over it and he'll crumple some and push some over, so it kind of helps anyway. It's great to have just a broad range of those seeds there and just see what you can get to come up.
Yeah.
And then I think it gives you questions, like if this isn't coming up in this block, or why is that?
Yeah.
There might be some answers to go and find there afterwards. If you're conventional, you can still weed spray, but it's not recommended. And if you'd like to, you can just mow down one edge. If you've got a small enough mower, you can still spot spray your bigger stuff that gets in the way. We get a wicked crop right up to, pushing December and into January, early January. The crop looks really good. The later you go, the more thinned out it gets. So some things will not like it and they'll start dying off naturally anyway, but hopefully they've gone to seed, they've replenished, put seed back in the soil. And so you'll be left with more of your grasses, your clovers, a lot of the more annual stuff and things like that, that'll just go away. So the crop, instead of looking really, really thick like it does through here and through here, will just thin out. And then so over from that time through to your wintering time, it just gets thinner and it goes away. Drilling, there's a little bit of prep, which can seem kind of counterintuitive sometimes when we ask people to mow as low as possible. We'll do that in an orchard that is either first time cover crop or there's not much there from from whatever they've got. So if you're first time cover crop and you've got just a grass in there, I do suggest to mow it as low as you can. Then that way when we put our seed mixes in, they've got the best sunlight chance to, the most sunlight to pop up and get going. If you've already got cover crops, when you plant that, it does take a lot longer to see and to establish, and some things might get shaded out by the long grass anyway. So yeah, we make that call from orchard to orchard what we recommend or what we do there. And another thing I do on some soils tend to be the ones that are quite bare, that don't have any cover at all. We'll do a light groundhog first, just to break that top layer up, give you some soft soil around, and then we tend to get a better result from the seed having somewhere to sit.